Welcome to the PFS Podcast. We are Paler Financial Services and are going to be covering various financial topics and current events.
Mark Paler here for Paler Financial. In the 70s and 80s, George Carlin was an American stand-up comedian. When Johnny Carson was in charge of The Tonight Show, he frequently acted as a guest host and was the first host of Saturday Night Live. His routines criticized the societal norms of the times, and he ended up developing a routine about words that could never be said on television. They were known as the 7 dirty words. If you're curious, I'd suggest you do an internet search and judge for yourself. Personally, I think they're a little too crass, so I'll refrain from saying them. But there are a couple takeaways worth considering. First is that in 1978, the United States Supreme Court came to a 5-4 decision and affirmed the government's power to censor indecent material. Of course, this begs the question of what indecent is. But the fact of the matter is that the government was governing. Governing breaks down into providing guidelines for acceptable behavior, ensuring social order, and protecting our well-being and safety. These are broad concepts, and rightfully so, but sometimes the government ends up going a little too far, and they create excessive rules and regulations that inhibits the free market. As a result of the leadership change in Washington over the next few months, it is anticipated that various rules and regulations will be relaxed. And this may grease the free markets and enable the capitalists to drive sales, increase productivity, and accumulate profits. This most likely will eventually find itself into stock market appreciation. The second notable takeaway is that extremes get noticed. In his time, George Carlin was extreme. He was noticed. Some found him hilarious, and others were disgusted. But in either case, he was noticed. We've had a nice run in the markets over the past few years. The rebound from COVID has been noticed and is notable. This has encouraged many to pile in the popular trades. But the fact of the matter is, once something becomes extended, future appreciation tends to be muted and the risk of a pullback increases. In 1986, Warren Buffett wrote in his annual report, "We know that occasional outbreaks of those two super contagious diseases, fear and greed, will forever occur in the investment community. The timing of these epidemics will be unpredictable, and the market aberrations produced by them will be equally unpredictable, both as to duration and to degree. Therefore, we never try to anticipate the arrival or departure of either disease. Our goal is to be more modest. We simply attempt to be fearful when others are greedy, and to be greedy only when others are fearful. As of the date of this recording, there is little fear visible in Wall Street. Instead, euphoria prevails. And why not? What could be more exhilarating than to participate in a bull market? Unfortunately, however, stocks can't outperform businesses indefinitely. As a result of the relaxed governmental influence, we are encouraged that many businesses will do better than they have before. But in consideration of the strong performance over the past few years, we would encourage care and caution. Please keep Mr. Buffett's comments in mind, and in particular, being fearful when others are greedy, and to be greedy when others are fearful. As students of business, the economy, and the markets, we think deeply about the interactions of these concepts, and when you would like to review your situation, please reach out. Our phone number is 303-858-0045, and our website is www.paler, P as in Paul, ALLER, financial.com. The information presented is not intended to constitute advice. We relied on sources we believe to be bona fide and accurate. Each person is responsible for exercising independent judgment in determining whether the information provided is appropriate for themselves.